the town of our Prequel rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make
How's it hanging, dudes? My name is Sean and welcome back to another Red Dead Redemption 2 speculation video. And in today's video, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm not really seeing anybody talk too much about this, and it's really kind of wide open to speculation. So, you know, as you know, let's just jump right into it. So, let's not waste no time, right? Okay, as we all know, Red Dead Redemption will be a prequel to the iconic game we all loved, and many still play it because it holds up so well even to this day, right? The new prelude will be so expansive. It will like over 100 gigabytes. It'll take 2 discs to download. Is that correct, right? Largest console download ever. I wonder if that counts for DLC and such. Anyway, I'm getting hyped, and Rockstar describes the game as the story of outlaw Arthur Morgan and the Vanderlyn gang as they rob, fight, and steal their way across the vast and rugged heart of America in order to survive. The Vanderlyn gang is also known as Dutch's gang, which is the last game's protagonist. John Marston would eventually join and leave, and that's kind of a key thing. There's a lot that still needs to be unraveled from the original game, and that might come to light in the prelude. But it also there are also other holes that might just be left, right? There will be so much into this game, including a live ecosystem, extreme character customization, NPC interactions have been ramped up into oblivion. The player character aspect of the story is completely up to you. You can, you know, be the Robin Hood bandit who does the wrong things for the right reasons in your own mind anyway, and you can then reciprocate the dastardly good unto the common folk. Or you can be the angry bandit that everyone fears and cowers before you because the reputation you have built has showcased you as a monster. All this outside the main story and quest line, right? So this game is like this game's gonna be pretty intense, guys. Like my phone's going off. Oh no. Anyways, this game's gonna be pretty intense. You can't like really grasp the I can't. I'm not. I myself is not. It's gonna be hard to put into words just how intricate the detail is, the attention to the detail in this little bitty, and even the smallest little bitty areas of this large environment and open world is going to be pretty epic. Like it's hard to comprehend because, especially for those of us who haven't played it right yet, you know what I mean? So, but yes, you know, as we all know, this is a prequel set in the last dying years of the lawless West. It will also explain a lot that we don't know from its previous installment, which showcased that the industrialization of the modern age had been, you know, all but completed. So if we could speculate further into the future, what would be next for Red Dead Redemption? Of course, we are talking 6 to 10 years before another one comes out, you know, even if it does. But if it does, what would it be? Would it be entirely online from this point forward after the game, where it's set further back into the Old West and it's just a free-for-all with a minor story being updated every 6 months? Highly unlikely, although I feel the online installment coming after launch will last much longer than its previous online version. Would they make spin-off games, explore new stories and, you know, multiple eras? I feel like if the story didn't connect with someone from Dutch's gang somehow, then it would be a flop. But now that I think about it, they would probably, you know, just go further back in the timeline, making the first Red Dead Redemption the ending, and then you would get to explore Dutch's gang's early beginnings. It would make sense and follow their timeline progression, you know, with the reversal of things, and then the new story getting ready to unfold in less than a month. It's possible that the early Dutch's gang would then leave new intrigue for that timeline, but that seems like it would leave no closure for the end of Marston's story, really. That's also a whole other video for a different day. Now they could go into the future a tad bit. It could give the closure needed for Marston's story and showcase the modern era just after the First World War. Maybe it could be some sort of an old-timey Grand Theft Auto. Really, Marston could have a protege, and the game could have an old West mobs type of feel. Hell, maybe even GTA and RDR series could share the same universe and connect the timelines. I mean, bandits are just older outlaw versions of modern-day criminals and thieves, right? You see, I think the key factor is, the thing about Red Dead Redemption is that it could go in a multitude of ways. They could do so much with this franchise, and it could go many different routes, and there's so many different possibilities. But at the end of the day, I do think that it'll have to be connected to Dutch's gang some way, shape, or form for it to make any sort of sense. If you're going to slap Red Dead Redemption title on any sort of game that's either early on in the Old West years or coming out of the Old West and into the modern age, either way, it's gonna have to be connected to Dutch's gang, Marston, or I guess now Martha or Arthur Morgan. Somehow they're gonna have to have some new character that's connected to them somehow, some way, shape, or form. That's just the way it is. I think it'd be a flop if not. I don't know. You guys have to let me know down below what you think about that. But I just think that if you have Red Dead Redemption on any other title, it just would not work whatsoever. It really wouldn't. And furthermore, I strongly feel that like most of the fan base would want it to go even more deep into the Old West type of thing instead of coming up into the modern age. So that would like follow their natural timeline, Red Dead Redemption, and they go backwards in time. But if they would go forwards in time, I think that's something to scratch your head at. I think it's something that would be cool to entertain, but at the same time, it would be a little bit different. They'd also have to really heavily influence, Dutch's gang in some way, shape, or form. But we really don't know until the story unfolds for Red Dead Redemption 2, but I think it's cool to get some early speculation in before the game comes out, just so we can look back on this, years from now and be like, well, maybe we got this right, or maybe we just completely, totally way off the board, you know what I mean? They rethunk the whole thing. Anyways, let me know what you guys think, in the comments below. Again, please correct me if I'm wrong anywhere about, any sort of facts I have about this game. I do think it's over 100 gigabytes. It's going to be a huge game. It's going to be crazy, guys. Like, I'm so excited for this game. It is hard to put into words the scope of the game that they're trying to create here. I'm going to have a ton of fun live streaming the game, just doing a regular playthrough, and then of course making some funny videos along the way, having our own kind of role play with whatever kind of bandit we want to create. And then when the online drops, that's going to be even more epic. Like, I'm so stoked for this game, but can't even comprehend. I can't. And also, thanks for everybody who came in for that documentary. That was awesome. Of course, unless it blows up, it's not really gonna be worth to do another episode just because it takes so long. And and of course, if we do another episode, we'll get better at it. But it takes so long to do those. So I do appreciate that. But don't forget, guys, if you guys like this kind of content, if you guys want to keep seeing Red Dead Redemption, make sure you smack a like and give us your comments below. Where do you think this game will go after this game? I know it's kind of early to speculate on that, but will the prequel be a sequel? Who knows, right? Will we get a sequel eventually after the prequel? Nobody knows. Who knows? That'd be kind of cool, though. I mean, it would be kind of like an old-timey GTA style of. Plus, they have LA Noire, Rockstar does, right? Is that Rockstar? Yeah. So, anyways, guys, I appreciate it like always. I'll see you guys in the comment section below because I'm there after every single video. And don't forget, I'll see you guys in the next one.
To the town of our Prequel rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip. 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 It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. Came riding from the south side of town. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip, and he's here to do some business with a big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.